you know. So, well, you know, this is why I myself talk about from rehab to life and about my journey and descent into drug and alcohol addiction, violence and crime, you know, even ended up begging on the street, end up homeless, living in a crack house, you know, and it's funny, you know, but I'm not afraid to talk about these things, or that I was beaten by my father as a child nearly every day, because I know these things actually help to heal others, and at the same time it's healing me as well, you know, because when we keep things hidden, like these things can keep us sick, you know, we can be sick because we're sick as our secrets, you know, so it's good to always, you know, and this is a community station, and we need to help the community and inspire them. So we, you know, we tell them about the good things, but we also tell them about the rough things, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Do you know what it was? Yeah, it's, you see the me coming out of, because I grew up in Tottenham.
Yeah.
Like, for those that don't know, LIMZ, comedian, actor, award-winning. You know what I mean? I met Prince Charles and all of them things there. All led, the journey all led to that. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
But like prior to all of these things, and like I don't know, I felt like, you see,
has got fingers like Cumberland sausages.
Sorry, say that again.
Don't you think Prince Charles has got fingers like Cumberland sausages? Because I met Prince Charles.
I ain't gonna say nothing about Prince Charles.
And he has some fat fingers, man.
I ain't gonna cuss it. No way can I tell that. No way. I met my man 3 times. Yeah, he helped improve my life. So I can't really say man's got sausage fingers still, because that's a bit of a man.
Still looking good anyway.
Yeah, we still his fingers are still fat. You get me? He can still give you the one.
Looking good. No, good on him. I'm glad he's, you know.
Do you know what it is? It's the fact.
Life around.
It's the fact, yeah, that when I was at that point, yeah, I felt like I was a bit lost. Not even a bit, I was lost in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was a young 15-year-old. I came here when I was like 8 years old, whatnot, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was young in it, 7, 8 years old, and I was like, you have to be perfect because immigration are listening. But obviously, you get me. But I got here at a point where it was like I was young in it. So when I did get involved, it was very early, and I remember just doing one event, one show. You know when you go to school, yeah, and then when you're at school, you've got that the Christmas play in secondary school in England. They call it secondary school because you know what? Yeah. Big up to everyone listening. We got people listening from all over the world. So secondary school is basically like how do they call it in the Caribbean?
Secondary school. Well, some of them is just called government school, or you know.
Before you get to uni, innit, and college and that.
Yeah, you go government school.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was like in government school or something, whatever you call it. I was in secondary school in England, as we call it, innit? And I just didn't have no way of like in my head. I felt like I don't know where I'm going, innit? And I was getting trapped. Like I was fresh to England, I was new, and I end up mixing with this one and that one, and then before you know it, I'm getting into this trouble and that trouble, and then I'm thinking to myself, damn, like where am I like going with myself? And then obviously my parents want me to do better, and I didn't have a good accent as I got right now. Trust me, my accent's good right now. I feel like I'm actually British. But like, do you know what I mean? But at the time, it was that, and it felt like I didn't have nothing to do. So me coming out of Tottenham and going like to an area like West End, because I went Westminster Kingsway, which is like central London. So me going there, I'm meeting people from all over the area, the what do you call it? Not even that, to be honest with you. Not even just the borough, the country. Because people are coming, you know what I mean? Westminster Kingsway. Yeah, like people are coming from all sorts of places. I'm coming from Tottenham, bro. Like, and I'm there, like, they're looking at me like, right.
Really that bad? Is Tottenham really that bad?
Yeah, like, that's what they're asking me. Like, right, you're from Tottenham. Oh my God. I heard like this and that and this and that. Like, what? Like, do people actually talk like this and do that? And I'm like, yeah, man. Like, people are real, man. In Tottenham, it's like you actually get normal people in Tottenham. They're looking at us like we're a cartoon, innit? Like a Family Guy or something. You get what I'm saying?
Adele, look how good she's done. She's a Tottenham girl.
See what I'm saying? and they're just looking at me like, damn. Like, you know, and I'm thinking, nah, man, it's cool. Like, no, everybody there is cool, man. Like, you got a lot of talent, you got a lot of stuff. And lucky I went with one of my best friends, not even one, my best friend, innit, up to now is still, like, you know what I mean? Like, my co-D, like, my guy that's my guy, you know what I mean? Like, his name Jermaine Hunter. Like, you guys might have seen him. He's been in Yardy. He's been in Attack the Block. He's been in a lot of stuff, like the new lab book has, but you can catch him. Do you know what I mean? Like, his name Jermaine Hunter. Like, big boy, like Yardy guy, not Yardy Jamaican guy, innit? I'll say, because he always say, don't call me a Yardy. You know, there's a difference between Yardy and Jamaican. And I'm like, all right, calm down. So I grew up with him, innit, and that was my bro, and we helped each other pave out our way up. Do you get me? The careers, yeah.
You encourage each other.
Come on, man. And he's cool, man. He's my guy. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, like, and because of that, I believe like at least I had someone that's with me from where I'm from, where it's gonna help me to go up, rather than me being like going into a place empty-handed, empty-minded, I'll say.
But you know, you said something there. It's good to have someone, you know someone, a beloved brother, where you're from. But if you're going somewhere, you also need to have someone to help you to get to where you're going, because they don't know how to get there.
And that's the hard
They know where you come from, but where you need to go to, we need to interact with these people who can
actually help
us and navigate our way through.
Pave the way for the young ones coming up.
Open the door, whatever you want.
Like you, bro. Like you, to me, it's like that's a blessing. You understand? And I know I'm blessed. Sister them on the phone there.
Yeah, Sister Marie.
Sister Marie, you hear that? Yeah. Like even having you there. It's a blessing, because I'm learning from everybody. Do you understand? It's not about you know.
Exactly, and I'm learning from you not to support Liverpool because I might break my leg.
Oh God, why you gotta bring it to Liverpool? Allow Liverpool. We've already won everything now, B. We've already won everything. Let's move the subject on, innit, because I don't want to talk about it. Cause I'm getting irritated because you're gonna start talking about Liverpool, and then I'm gonna be like, nah, but we need Messi, innit? We need Messi. No, we don't need Messi. Messi needs to come to us. No, I'm joking. Let's talk about something else. But carry on,
yeah. Well, we're going through comedy detox with after COVID-19. I mean, to say, do you think that comedy is the best way to recover after this COVID, or one of the best ways?
Bro, it's the best way without fail. Without fail. I'll say that with clout, mate. I'll be happy.
So what are you saying there, Marie?
No, that's definitely. I think.
So how do you think? How do you think?
Everybody needs a good laugh.
How do you think? What does the good laugh does for us? So our brothers and sisters can understand what it does.
You know what it releases, and it creases up your face, and it keeps you young.
Yeah, but without a laugh, what do you have, innit?
You know when people don't laugh a lot because they look very, very old and stressed. You know?
Yes.
I'm not gonna be rude, yeah, but when people don't laugh, they got yellow teeth, innit?
I'm old and I laugh every day.
You know, I remember one time when I didn't laugh for many years when I was in drug and alcohol addiction. My face had turned to stone. You know, I was in a place where there was no laughter, and that was serious, and I was going through it, and that feeling, I'll never forget it. And I prayed the fact that I would get my laughter again. You know, the laugh I used to have when I was a child. I used to listen to a teacher called Mr. Guy, and he cracked jokes from the beginning of the class right through to the end, and we still learned. He was the best teacher because, the laughter and the humor, it just boosts up the, our learning skills. And I wanted to laugh like that again when my belly really start hurting. You just can't stop laughing.
Listen, I want to ask Sister Maria a question.
But I'm glad I'm there now. I can have a laugh today.
Can I ask Sister Maria a question?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
You know what? What got you to get into like comedy, especially as a woman?
As a woman,
and how did you feel?
Comedy, I've always been funny the whole of my life. Even when I was at school, I used to sit in at the teacher's desk and order everybody in the class, and just joke. In fact, when I left my I was between 9 and 13 years old school, so my middle school back then we used to call it. One of the teachers put on my school report to the lady with the dirtiest laugh in the world.
They called you. They said to you that you had the dirtiest laugh in the world.
Yes, and that's what a teacher put. And they put best wishes. Now I don't know what that teacher was thinking, but the teacher's dead now, which is good because otherwise.
I don't say that's good. Rest in peace now. Oh my God, you're a deep comedian. I don't even want to laugh at that, but it's funny, No, but a teacher wouldn't get away with that nowadays. That'd be called safeguarding and all kinds of, madness. You know what I mean? You can't put stuff like that on somebody's report, can you? To the girl with a dirty slap. What were they thinking? That's what you got to think about. Where were they coming from? So she literally said to you, you got the dirtiest slap.
Is there a place?
Wow, she just done it, bro. Just right there.
I was just thinking, is there a place, as you two are comedians, Marie and Brother LIMZ, is there a place where you can go and get laughing therapy, like you can go and get a massage, or you can go and get it? Can you get laughing therapy, or a laughing counselor?
I'll say come to my yard, Okay. Your man I can't say come to my yard.
Yes.
For the garden, you get me, check me out, like one through that, and I'm playing. But now, what do you think about that question, sis?
Yeah.
No, I mean I've done one or two stand-ups, and then there were one time where I did a stand-up and I just dive bomb. Now you know how you feel when you just dive bomb. It just kills your soul when nobody's laughing, They're all just looking at you just to say, what the fuck is she on about? And I think I just lost my way then, and I decided that I thought, you know what, I just need a break. So that put the lid on it for a while before I actually went back to doing comedy again, Do
you know what? I've got a question for you. Is it alright if I ask a question?
Yes, please, fire away.
I've got a question for her. Do you know, you being a comedian or a female comedian, yeah?
Yes.
What's your intake in terms of the people saying there's urban comedians, and then there's mainstream comedians, and then there's normal comedians? That's like there's 3 ways that they keep putting this across. Like, do you get me? So what's your intake? What would you classify yourself as?
A normal comedian.
So you can do all So have you done all circuits? Or have you stuck yourself? All right then. Okay, the question deeper than you thinking, huh?
Tell me,
I don't put myself in any part, If you laugh, and that's it. Laughter is neither urban or natural or whatever. Laughter's laughter. What you can resonate with different kinds.
So what's your saying then?
I don't like Miranda, she don't make me laugh. I just sit there and look at her and think, you're not funny, you don't make me laugh. While some people, they'll laugh at her.
Yeah.
She's a big bird and she could have gone on Channel 4 to be that big yellow bird,
You're thinking of Death Jam, Jamie Foxx, innit? When he done the big bird. You're trying to bring it to that. Trust me, only the comedians will know, I'm telling you right now, because I see where you're coming from. You're coming from. Yeah. But so you think there's no division?
I just tell stories about myself and about, what's happened to me. I mean, like, I went to a car wash and I was washing the cars and I fell down a drain. Literally down the drain, and this man jumped out of his car and he says to me, "Are you all right?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm just washing underneath the car," which I was at that time because I was in the drain. And then when I managed to get myself out of the drain, I was wet from the neck downwards, absolutely wet through. And I still had, because this car wash cost me £3, mate, so I had to finish washing my car before I could go in and complain and let them know that I fell down a drain. Who goes to a car wash and falls down a drain?
Well,
you know, donut, innit?
These days people will sue for that sort of thing.
Well, I did. I got 2,000. Maybe it'd be worth more now, isn't it?
Oh, it'd be worth
That's
a lot
probably
more.
why they keep ringing me up. When you get them phone calls saying, "Hello, I hear you had a car accident." I said, "Well, that's funny because I ain't got a car." Yeah. I had a car accident. Really?
So tell me, were you, as comedians, were both of you, Brother LIMZ, Sister Marie, were both of you on the phone cheering people up with jokes, and all that? A bit of comic relief on the phone during the serious, heavy part of COVID we were going through.
What was that?
Did you do any of that?
Relief?
Yeah, no, I mean, did you do your own comic relief by phoning up brothers and sisters?
I'm doing my comic relief every day at least.
Every day.
I'm waking up every day. It's comic, like, give me some money. Yeah? Pay my rent. You get me? That's my comic relief. Yeah? Pay my bills, pay my transport, and that's my... Nah, I'm joking. But for real, about that... No, but forget saying that. That's my comic relief, man. Nah, but I've done a lot, man. I've been doing a lot anyway, man. Remember, last year I did that big event with Brother Dougie as well. Literally, like, almost like now it's coming to rest in peace, Brother Dougie, you know what I mean?
Yes, indeed.
The event that we did...
Maybe we need to do a show together,
I literally did like a radio show with him, and I did it with my brother here.
Oh yeah, Tamara Gabriel.
Remember?
Yeah.
No, but you don't even need to say her name, man. Do you know what I mean? We done the event together, and we done the radio show, and then that was to promote my show that I was doing at the time, and that was for comic relief, innit?
Okay.
At the picture house.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Brother Dougie turned up. A few people turned up. It was really nice, man. It was really, really nice. Like, gave back. Do you know what I mean? So I've been doing charity, like even with the Prince's Trust. Like I said, I said to you, we'll get to that point. Like now we've got to it. I've done a lot of charity events. Do you know what I mean? A lot of charity work. I'm award winning. For the listeners that don't know, I've done like a lot of I do youth work, so a lot of the youth work that I do, I go back to communities, and then when I'm at the community, in whatever area it is or is setting, I go there and I basically like just do workshops, like community workshops. So I give back to the community.
And what does the workshop consist of?
Acting and comedy workshops.
Acting and comedy. That's wonderful. Very therapeutic.
So I basically bring MPs. I've actually had MPs come in Catherine West from
MPs.
yeah, I had
MPs.
imagine, yeah, I've had MPs, I've had like
MPs.
comedians. Listen, I've had
Well,
MPs,
they're
comedians.
They're out there. What about Boris? Where were he there?
No, not Boris, not Boris. Like that's long because he's I don't know. I don't want to say too much, but
Yeah.
I've had like some.
He's doing his job at confusing everybody, and he's doing it good.
Yeah, man.
It's
Nah, but I had the
confusing
local.
man.
I had local MPs come through, and speak to the
Who's
young
local
people.
MP? I used to work with MPs. You see, I
Yeah.
used to be a PA. Yeah. So, which MPs came along?
I had Catherine West who came through to my show, to my event.
Oh.
Sorry, and I had like I've had actors, like musicians.
Oh, good.
Local, like I had a lot of artists that are coming through to speak to the young people, speak to them, let them know what it takes in terms of being in the acting or the comedy industry, innit? Because they can understand and know, and then after that they can choose whether to be involved or not. But then it was an option. But what I loved is the fact that a few of them, they actually got themselves through the got themselves involved within the industry, and it's the love of
volunteering. Was it? Did they have a mentor or something like that?
Yeah, it was all basically it was all me doing it, and then it was all like the volunteers, that the people that the basically the performers and the artists that come through, and the people that come through to speak to the young people. They'll basically end up getting in contact with them, or the young people get in contact with them later on if they need anything, or they wanted to like speak to them and give them a guidance in it. So that was the aim for me. And then
good.
do you know what I mean? And I started this like through when obviously we're all from like not all of us, but I'm from Tottenham, so like I started this in 2011, innit? No, 2012, and I got the Princess Trust to back me, innit? So they gave me a grant and whatnot. So I went out and I did it in my old school, which is Parkview, up the road. Like, do you get what I mean? I went there, I did it in there, and I had a lot of young people get there. And then it's nice to see that years later, a lot of these young people, you can see their faces on the YouTube, and you can see them doing bits.
Nice. So you know that they progress.
Yeah, and whenever they see me, they look at me like, LIMZ, man, oh my god, like, oh, how you doing? And you know what I mean? You feel good, bro. It's not even about the clout of like, yeah, I did something. No, forget that. It's about seeing them change their lives from going from something bad to doing something good, especially now. Like 10 years later, and this was the year after the riots, and I did it in Tottenham, and they said to me, what do you need in Tottenham? What do we need in Tottenham? I said, yo, the young people, you're building a stadium. Let's be honest with you, like, they're doing a stadium. The young people need to work. Security, construction, you get me? Give them CSCS, give them SIA badges. And this happened, do you get me? And a lot of them young people now, I'm seeing them like, bro, they're more up than I am. You know? But it's not even about that. It's not even looking at that. But I'm just saying, like, in general, like, mindset-wise, their mentalities is like, yeah, man, thank you so much. And they're grateful. And that's what makes me happy, because that takes that whole element away from comedy. Do you get what I mean? And then through that, I end up meeting Prince Charles the first time, like getting an award, and then got another award. Before I know it, I had 6 awards, bro, from all different charities, all different things, and Prince Charles 3 times. I'm looking at my man like, yo, he's looking at me like, bro, I know you, I swear it's you. You're that guy, innit? And I said, yeah, bro, it's me still, it's me. But you get me, it was an amazing experience, because I'll forever remember that. And even taking my mum to Buckingham Palace.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated.
And letting her come out of her comfort zone.
Thank you. You have a good day.
For her to go see that side of him, because she saw me and told me, LIMZ, I don't know how I would have ever got into Buckingham Palace without you. But I'm looking at her like, mum, that's not even a big thing. This is people that are just doing their whatever. They're hierarchy and that. But she's
You know
looking
what,
at me like to say, "You're you got me here."
Yeah, well, that's the power of comedy. That's the power of
That's what I mean.
a supporting parent. You know,
That's what I
because
mean.
obviously you had your mom's support, even when she was disappointed that, you know, all you had was comedy to
Mm-hmm.
work with. You know, and hello, hello, who's this, please? Blessed love. Sorry, Marie, we just got another call coming through. Yes, could you please?
Yeah, that's all right. No worries.
Hello. Yes, who are we talking to?
Teresa.
Oh, Teresa. How do you do, Teresa?
Hi, I'm good, thanks.
That's wonderful. What do you think of comedy detox?
I think it's a very good thing, actually, especially in the times that we're in now. There is a lot of, laughing is great therapy. So,
Well, we got you laughing, yeah.
Take it off on loudspeaker.
Miranda, some people find Miranda funny, some people don't, but some of the things you said is funny, but some of it is that personal taste.
Oh, what? Wait. Who's funny though? Is it me or is it everyone else in that though?
It's me.
So I'm the unfunny one, yeah.
Yeah, because you support Liverpool and you broke your leg in drama.
Oh, no, one person at a time, please.
One person. Can you let the speaker speak so then we can hear who's funnier?
We're trying to tune her up.
What I'm basically saying from my point of view is that jokes are funny when you talk about real life things that happen.
I want to get to Olga
I think that lady Marie was speaking
Olga,
dropping in the drain.
And I'm not very good in my life.
Why are they both on the same channel?
I didn't find it funny, but she was laughing.
Listen, darling. Hold your thought, darling, please.
I'm trying to tune you up.
Hold your thought. We're trying to tune you up so we can hear every. Cause we know what we need to know who's funnier, innit? You get what I'm saying? You're live on Bless Radio, you know.
Well, you missed what she said about the drain.
You want me to say who's funnier?
No. There's too much noise, so we need to hear.
Oh, no, excuse me, we need to just one person speaking at a time, please. Otherwise, we don't hear anything. We just hear confusion.
Go on.
Yes.
On the substation, yeah? Yeah. Stop.
Go on.
I mean, I like Judy Love actually because I think she's done really well. She's come from a long way, and she talks from the heart. And she's also serious as well.
Who's that?
You know what you're gonna have to do? Repeat that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we can't. We're listening to what's going on.
I'm gonna have to hear you repeat that, B, because you know what it is. We had two of you talking at the same time, and you was overclashing. So we need to. Can we have the listener speaking first, please?
As I was saying, I find a lot of different people funny, but in terms of the two of you, I find the man more funnier, to be honest.
Oh,
That's
okay.
just my personal experience.
Okay.
That joke that I don't know if it was meant to be a joke about her falling down the drain when she was doing the car wash, even though it was a true event. I think she was trying to put a spin on it and make it funny. But I don't think you guys picked up on it because she was laughing.
So you like punchlines and that?
Huh? Sorry?
You like punchlines, yeah?
No, not necessarily a punchline. It doesn't have to be a punchline, but sometimes you're telling the true event that happens and it's genuinely funny, but sometimes it's not always funny because obviously falling down a drain, in a way it is funny, but it's something serious as well. So you don't really want to laugh because sometimes some jokes you don't want to laugh.
I'm good. I'm gonna go write. Don't worry. I'll write some more jokes, man. Like, you got.
But I mean, in terms of, I like Judy Love. I've been to quite a few comedy places at Hackney Empire and Lewisham Theatre and things like that. So, I mean, I've actually seen Judy Love perform And I think, I mean, at the moment, she's doing really well for herself. So.
Listen, I do a lot of work with Judy Love, you know. She's doing amazing, man. She's on This Morning
She's doing
and that, innit?
amazing.
No, not This
She's
Morning. What's
blowing
that
up.
program? She's doing.
Yeah, she's blowing up.
Yeah, she's been blowing up, man.
So tell me.
Judy's been doing a lot of stuff, man.
Do you think that we ought to have comedy in the National Health Service as part of the therapy treatment,
100.
getting people well? You know, have comedians going to the
Oh,
wards.
about people.
100%. Forget what
I know
Bill
that they
said.
do have actually. I know that you were talking about laugh therapy. I do know they actually exist. Actually,
They
Nah,
do.
they are-
Laugh
instead of
therapy.
having counselling,
Yeah.
instead of having like counselling sessions, they actually have laugh therapy sessions
Yes.
where you
yeah.
actually laugh. I've actually done it once,
Oh, you
but I
did?
you end up laughing because of the way people laugh,
Okay.
because it's actually infectious, and that's
Yeah,
the way
I
that
know.
it actually works.
Yes,
The more you hear other
contagious.
people laugh, you just start laughing because they're laughing, and then
So
you
you
can't
think it'll be a
actually
good
start
idea
laughing.
then to just have it regularly everywhere, or everywhere you need
Yeah,
to
I
have at
do.
least one club where it's like, yeah, laugh therapy.
Yeah, I think they should, because obviously.
But
as-
would you
as the
attend
lady
though?
was
Don't lie.
saying,
Would you attend? Would you attend though?
I don't know if I would attend. If it was online, possibly, but to go there in person and laugh, probably not. I think all this Zoom stuff, maybe if it was in a Zoom format, it might work better. But face to face, I'm not so sure, because it can be quite daunting, because if you're not used to being around certain people, just laughing in front of people, and obviously
You know
it
what?
depends on the race, because black people laugh a different kind of way. White people might not understand the jokes, because I'm sure you'll appreciate some settings you go to. People aren't going to laugh at your jokes, but if you're in a different setting with different people of different races, they might be more liable to laugh at the jokes.
Yes, well, I mean, they say we got a thing where if you're making a joke, say about pork to I don't know, maybe to vegans, they might not laugh, find it funny, or you know,
A Muslim would not
But-
or the Muslim
But, I mean,
wouldn't
I
find
think
it
the
funny.
problem,
But don't make no
Problem
pork
we have
jokes
now-
around me, you know, like that.
but the problem I think we have now is all this political correctness, because sometimes a joke can be taken as an offence. So it's a question of where you draw the line. So I don't know how far you're prepared to go, because some people say jokes are racist.
So
like
it
what
sounds
you were just saying.
it sounds as though it takes a lot of courage to be a comedian, because you don't know if someone's gonna throw something at you.
So
or
how do you
they're gonna
think
laugh
we
at
feel?
you,
So how do
or
you lot
laugh
think?
with you?
Let me ask you lot a question now, yeah? Or you everybody that's not a comedian right this moment, yeah? How do you think we feel then? Answer that question.
I can only imagine, because I couldn't get up there and get roasted. I couldn't.
What do you mean get roasted? Well, you're not gonna get roasted. I'm the one doing the roasting.
No,
How you mean? What you thinking about you roasting? No, you ain't roasting
if I was
nobody.
you,
Me with the
If I
mic, I'm
was
gonna
you-
roast you. That out. You get me?
No, but I wouldn't like that if someone picked me out of an audience, if you're in a comedy jam and somebody picks you out and then they're taking the mickey out of you.
Sister,
It
can you chat
depends.
to her, please? Can you chat to her? Because the comedians are not always out there. Tell me, back me on this one, yeah? Because I'm looking for your backing, innit? Can you let her know and let the viewers know and everybody that it's not always that we're out to roast somebody. We're just out to just make you laugh and make you smile.
Oh no, I'm not disputing
right
that.
on
I'm
that?
just saying. Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saying sometimes if you're in the front row, don't get. If you don't want to get, you don't want to be in the front row if you know you can't handle it. So that's what I'm saying.
I'll still, do you know what it is with me? I'll smoke you if I'm on the front row though, still. Because you see you, yeah, you seem like when you come, like you actually give me something to say. And, you get me? And I'll be thinking to myself, wait, why is she talking so? No. I won't even say too much. I'm in that new age group where we don't even say too much, but we make sense. You know, when you're like, nah, cause blood, I swear, nah, real talk, nah. You know what? No. And then you get smoked before you even
Is this
know.
I'll get in?
But no, definitely,
yeah.
man.
But yeah, I think comedy is something that everyone, children as well.
Yeah.
especially now with all this pandemic and people are getting really stressed and they're getting anxiety attacks and everything like that.
Well, you
A
know,
good laugh does wonders.
yes, you just reminded me that, you know, when I used to go to, just a moment, you just reminded me. I remember when, hold on there, listen there, one at a time, let's talk. When I was a child and, you know, I used to get beaten every day by my father in school, I used to look forward to go to school to listen to Mr. Guy, and Mr. Guy used to tell all these jokes, my teacher, and it would lift me up. All my fears and all my depression as a child went away, you know, and it helped me to learn. I actually learned a lot. I really developed, you know, really beautifully. You know, for me, that therapy helped to keep me going. You know, that laugh therapy Mr. Guy gave me for 1 year that I was in his class, it made a big difference in my life. So I'll never forget that. I've always remembered that, honestly. So I know comedy is powerful. It's powerful.
But do you see right now, yeah, where as comedians are going through a situation where everybody's going through this COVID situation, innit? And with a lot of comedy clubs have been shut down, like closed and stuff. So a lot of comedians cannot actually perform.
Well, comedy, they could perform on the street, could stand in the corner and...
Yeah, but I'm talking like you need... Come on now. I'm laugh. I will laugh at that joke. I go.
But look at what's happening.
That funny.
People are celebrating in the park now. Everything is happening. People are meeting up. They had a 9-night for a brother passed away. You know, the other day. You know, in the park, a lot of 9-nights, birthday parties. All kind of things are happening in the park now.
A lot's been shut down, man.
You
a
know,
lot's been shut down.
What about Zoom?
Yeah. Well, there you go.
A lot's been shut down, bro, and it's just like it's difficult for a lot of comedians because as rappers you can go to a studio, as musicians you can go to whatever, you can go do this. Comedians are not used to just going out on outside like Leicester Square Station or King's Cross and trying to do jokes and things. We're not used to that, bro. We're used to having like 30 minimum, 20 people like coming and supporting the whole vibe. Do you know what I mean? It's not about like, so it's difficult. So it's like now, where it's happening, all of this stuff is happening. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Have you ever thought of making an album, a comedy album? You know, with an album with pure.
Do you know what I did? You know, I actually did. And when I was younger, yeah, I've got a show, like, you guys can check it out. For those who don't know, it's LIMZ Ali, LIMZ AOI. It's not together, it's when you come to LIMZ, like, obviously there's a little thing and an AOI. Definitely, you can check me out on YouTube. I've got, like, a compilation of, like, videos that I did. And... like years back, like I feel like it's literally years back now, because like I said, I've been doing it for like 13, 14 years now. I had like sketches when sketches started before we had this, you know, you got the YouTube wave now. If you want anything, you can just jump on YouTube. If you want to see anything, you can just jump on YouTube. I was in like literally, I was in that wave where YouTube was not. I was in LimeWire, and for those that remember MySpace and stuff. Like that's when I started doing this. Do you get me? And it's like we used to be. You had to be on TV for you to be funny. You had to be on TV for you to be famous. It's not like I was like my mentors were Richard Blackwood and Kojo's and these people that you hear now. So it's like when I started this comedy thing, it wasn't like you just had to bust jokes, but you had to bust jokes, but you had to be funny. Like, it was, I can say now, it's not a joke, but bro, it was not a joke, you know. But you had to bust a joke, you get me? Yeah. And it was proper real. So it's like, at that point, when it comes to that, it just shows you that now, like, I see the whole way how things have changed. So now comedians are becoming famous through like Instagram and whatever, Facebook. You do a little video and everybody's a comedian now. Do you get what I mean? Yes. Everyone's a comedian now. Whereas you guys are OGs. You guys grew up with like actual comedians. The ones that you see now, you don't know these people.
Proper comedians.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just like, no, I see myself, but I was the baby in that section. So I was 18, 17, innit? So all of them lot, the older G's as they see it in the hood, older G's, yeah. Come on, I was a young G.
What year were you born?
Pardon?
What year were you born?
89, 1989. I'm an 80s baby, innit?
89, yeah.
I'm an 80s baby, but when I got into the game, I was only 17.
Okay.
You understand? So I grew up with a lot of the people where they were blowing up now. Like, and they mentored me. Not even blowing up now, they've been blowing up, they've been big, but they were mentoring me because they saw me in that level. And I respect that because I love it. Because it's like, it made me be who I am right now. 13, 20, 12 years later. I'm a strong man that's 30 years old. Come on, I look good, but you get me. Not 30, you get me, but I'll still take your girl, like that. Hey, don't piss me off. No, but for real, no, you get me, and it's that. So I feel like, I don't know, man, it's different levels to how it was 10 years ago to how it is now, complete, because social media, isn't it?
Yeah, well, things keep moving and changing. I've just got a few announcements to make. You see, from Rehab to Life Foundation, you know, we've got some workshops coming up later on in the year. But apart from that, we run services for drug and alcohol addicts and, criminals and men of violence or women of violence, whether it's domestic or out in the streets. And we do need counselors and therapists, and we do need mentors. And we need people who can contribute in any way that they possibly can, you know, on the legal side and so forth, accountants, whatever, business lawyers and so on, as well as teachers in nutrition and in yoga and meditation and so on. So if it's up your street, if you got the passion and the compassion to help to heal our community, you can phone me personally on 07956 976 920. And yes, we'll pay your fares and we'll give you food. And also, we got paid positions and voluntary positions. We cover your food and fares as well. And yes, and the number to call is 07960 976 920. That's direct to me, Tamara Gabriel. Also, you can go via the email, which is rehabtolife1@gmail.com. rehabtolife1@gmail.com. I repeat, rehabtolife1@gmail.com. And also, you know, all those who want to fly, you get your flyers from Flying Squad. Father Regan awaits you at his service, and there is 10% discount for spends of £50 and over. 10% discount. Go to Flying Squad, and you'll get the best flyers in town. Blessed love. Okay, well, we're gonna go into a track here. Okay, hold on. Let's see what's
in London, England. With no maid in sight, I was given the job, but not to my delight. Peeling potatoes, gutting, scaling and seasoning fish, changing nappies and making bottles, sweeping, hoovering, shopping and laundering. I began to get resentful as I fell far away from heaven. At the tender age of 7, violently abused by my father, enslaved to domestic drudgery by my mother. With hope and prayers I played it cool, but the abuse continued, regardless of how well I did in school. when nigger and wog was flung at me, I simply used to laugh. Until Raymond Ricardo, my school friend, said, they're taking the piss. That's a fact. From then on, I fought in school nearly every day and had to watch out for knife-wielding racist gangs as I traveled from A to B. Feeling robbed of my childhood and still wetting the bed, nerve tablets were prescribed for me. As I questioned the absence of Mammy's healing herb tea, then there was the hernia operation in consequence of lifting things far too heavy for me. Today, those nerve tablets are now called antidepressants, you see. Light shone through the darkness at the age of 12 as I became lead singer of a band called Tracks. Got the job after singing a poem in a cappella in the English literature class. With singing and dancing, my emotions were unshelved, keeping a balance through what was a living hell. I never looked forward to going home from school. I'd rather be in a boarding house, no matter how strict the rules. Running away was the constant thought of the day, but not knowing where to go, I felt compelled to stay. I refused to call the police. I refused to tell people in school. I refused to tell my relatives. But Mommy was no fool, and my siblings knew the excruciating times that I was going through. As if that wasn't enough, I also had to suffer the sight and sound of my father's regular violent beatings of my mother, our beautiful, intelligent mother, who sometimes overdosed on aspirin, a cry for help undercover. To help her indeed I was determined to do, but only mere words came out instead, as I encouraged Ma to leave Pa as I would as soon as I could.
Absolutely.
As an academic pupil,
You're right.
I thought I'd escape via university, but the old man even thwarted that after killing my school life at Christmas before I took my exams in June. More rejection came as I was ejected from the house that I could never ever call a home. And as I descended further into darkness, paradise was just a memory as hell became my home. Yes, I have to say it again. As I descended further into darkness, paradise was just a memory as hell became my home.
Yes, welcome to Bless Radio, and I'm Tamra Gabrielle. And you just heard a track from Ex-Gangsta's Odyssey. That's my album. And you can get that album on all online platforms, and proceeds from the album goes towards our charity from Rehab to Life Foundation, steering the young and the communities away from drug and alcohol addiction, violence and crime, promoting positive and effective parenting.
Support the team.
You know, self-discipline, so, you know, promoting love and unity, promoting truth, you know, promoting righteousness, harmony. We need that. We need to unite, brothers and sisters. And right now, have we still got Sister Marie on the line? Or is Sister Teresa there?
Hold on. Push up there.
No, well, these are pushed up there. That's for the phone. So they must have gone off. They
Hello?
must have gone off the line.
We're live on Bless Radio 1.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody on the YouTube watching us.
Well, I've the big Raggedy here.
Yeah, well, we like and share.
Sitting in for our comedy act. Master LIMZ himself, who's in conference outside the studio at the moment.
No, I'm not really usually here.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm still here.
Oh, Murray, you're still here.
You're live on YouTube.
Who was the funniest then? Who was the funniest?
Well, I don't know. I can't really say at this stage, to be honest with you. I'd have to listen back to the show or something. And then again,
We're both funny in his own way,
to me, you're both funny. You're both funny, and this is not a competition. We're not, this is cooperation. So let's just cooperate with each other, because when we start competing with each other, we start to get nasty about each other sometimes.
I'd like to do something with him.
So let's just cooperate and work together.
I'd like to do a little show with you.
Well, I'm sure you all can work together. I'm sure you all can work it out.
No, he's in the next room at the moment, so we'll pass it on.
Okay.
I'm not LIMZ, I'm Raggedy. I'm just...
Oh, sorry, Raggedy.
No, I was just hoping Tamra up in the building.
Yes, so where are you, Teresa? Because it sounds like you're out on the road, like out in the rain or something.
Marie.
Marie. Sorry,
Yes,
Marie.
I am out on the rain.
You are out in the rain?
Yeah, I after I've been to the dentist, I thought I'd go around to the charity, what I've been collecting for. They were having an homeless shelter, and because I were already in the middle of London, I thought, kill two birds with one stone and drop off the charity box.
Okay.
And when I got there's nobody there, but I managed to see Vicky, so I said I'll drop it off. I'll drop it off on Saturday.
I'm glad you mentioned that, the charity, because we know the charity is, our Forgotten Neighbors Soup Kitchen, who we are in partnership, and we from Rehab to Life, we're in partnership with our Forgotten Neighbors Soup Kitchen, yes, and, feeding hungry and homeless people, and giving them clothes and things to eat and drink. At Allgate East outside Tony B. Hall. That's going on from 7 o'clock this evening till 9 o'clock. I'm sure they're there because we say rain won't stop play. So there'll be umbrellas and whatever and Macintosh, whatever they put on, and just keep going, That's right, or you just get wet up and go home and dry later.
Alright, Marie, LIMZ is here, yeah?
Yes.
You can tell him what you just said, yeah?
I was just wondering, I know we're both funny in his own way, but the lady was saying who was the funniest.
Yeah. Because you said you want to do some work with him.
Oh, yes, I'd love to do some work with him, yeah.
Okay, come,
You men
Mr.
are old, you know what I mean?
Come, Mr.
Hello.
Comedy man, Mr. LIMZ.
Hello.
Hello, I'd like to do a comedy show with you because
What show? You want to do a show with me now? Say what? Let's go, B. Let's get it. Nah, I'm joking. Go on, nah, definitely. Nah, let's be serious.
no, I'd like me and you to get together and do a little show together. I think it'd be quite good because you support Liverpool, you broke your leg in drama, and I support Arsenal.
Oh, no, we can't. It's long. No, it's long.
I think the women all coming together, I think it'd be quite good.
Oh, no, it's long because you said Arsenal. All I heard was Arsenal, man. Why? Why did you have to do that? Why did you have to? I know there's reds, yeah, but you know there's only one red. Like, come on, man, you're a female as well. You lot should ride the man's wave. You know what I mean? Like, and not just like, you get me and
I
tell me about.
support Liverpool, man. It's more to be Arsenal.
Nah, I'm joking. Nah, go on, bro.
Come on.
Nah, carry on. What did you say from the start, kind of thing? Like, let's catch up there now. What did you wanna
I think me and you should do a comedy show together. I think we'll work well together, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to link up and do something, you know?
Nah, definitely.
Especially now that, you know, this COVID's been, you know, we can keep us 2 minutes.
Like the social distancing though, innit?
Yeah, but we can still do that.
We can still do it, but obviously you gotta stay like 2 meters away from me, innit?
Yeah, I can do that. That's easy, mate. You're Liverpool.
I'm for it. Okay. Let's not talk too much about it on the air for people to be like taking the ideas and that. You get what I'm saying about? Like, you get me?
She's on YouTube right now.
You're on YouTube right now, you know, live. So people will be thinking, oh my God, let's take the ideas. What he wants to do? He, what? Huh? Yeah, don't forget. Don't just take the idea and forget about the he, she, and all of no.
She can watch
Yeah. I think me and you should do something anyway, you know?
I don't, man. How you you know what, for the viewers.
Feet apart and do it outside, man, and there's nothing they can say.
Listen, I got some of my viewers.
Come.
I got some of my viewers locked in that, darling, yeah? What would you tell them about you? Kind of like who you are and what, like how long you've been doing comedy and what you've done.
I've been doing comedy for how old am I? I'm 45. So 45 years. I've been laughing every day. And I was born 1966 when we won the World Cup.
What, England?
You do your maths.
Wow. Wow, I was 89, man. No, I'm not even.
You weren't even born then, were you? You were
66. My mom, listen, 66. My mom ain't even thinking about having me. She don't even know who my dad is.
No,
you know, like that. She's running around like thinking, oh my God, Mom, I want to have a boyfriend.
No, you were never just sitting there waiting for your mum and dad to get together, innit? And you were picking them. Innit? That's what you were doing. And then suddenly, you know, when you got together, that orgasm, that one boom, and you come flying out in 89?
89? Well,
Yeah,
listen.
that's when you were born, wasn't it?
I'm gonna have to pull it back. I was there like a good 56.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say, well, where did you get your comedy power from? Was it from your mother, your father, from your uncle, your auntie?
You mean?
Yes, and also Marie as well after you.
No, do you know what? I got my I'll say my comedy power came from my granddad.
Okay, that's nice.
Like,
so that means the spirit of your granddad is always with you, basically.
he was a very, very strong man. Like,
beautiful.
And everybody in East Africa to Uganda to the world know who my granddad is, kind of thing. But he I feel like he inspired me to be who I want to be, because he used to be the head of like Idi Amin, who's the ex-president.
Oh,
so, yeah,
okay.
So to me, it's like the power that he brought in, like when he spoke to me and every time he looked after me and I went next to him, he just made me stronger and stronger every time. And every time I just chat to him, and I'm his first grandchild, innit? So he'll always try and make me that.
Make you laugh, eh?
No, he was funny, bro. Like, this guy, he'll actually talk to you. As much as people say about politicians, they end up being, oh yeah, too serious, too this, too that. This guy, bro, he was actually like hilarious. He used to crack me up, man. Like, anything he says, it would just make me like crease. And then anytime he wanted me to be happy, like, and I felt like he just looked after me, and he wanted me to do everything I wanted to do in life. He wanted me to achieve. And you know, like, them times, African Caribbean parents are looking at you like, you need to do this and you need to do that.
Yeah, that's
Do you understand? He told me, I want you to do whatever you want to do. Don't watch your mum. How is my mum's dad telling me don't watch your mum, what she says? You do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Now that pushed me to say, yo, I ain't even got, and at the time, remember, I didn't have no option but to do my comedy thing. Because I've got kicked out of college, I've got kicked out of school, and all I've got is drama. So for me to push that, yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Do you get me, sister? Now listen, now I don't even say certain words, but you get me? Now, hey, I didn't have no choice on that. No choice. In my eyes, in my head, I thought I got no choice. But for me to then end up patterning that and making sure that I'm gonna do what I want, I'm gonna do acting, and if I'm doing acting and I'm coming out of Tottenham and going to central London, dog, I need to pattern and then do everything like in my category, in my whole body, to push that, to make sure that happens. And I did that, and then from there, bro, yeah, once I released my like whatever I had on my head, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, everything just came by itself. After that, everything just landed. Like, it's just like God just, yeah, fall into place. God just gave me this one and that opportunity and that opportunity before you know it. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm going from streets of Tottenham to Buckingham Palace, to going on tours to France, Spain, Morocco, Holland, Uganda, Pakistan, like all of this. Like, do you get me? Like, it's mad, bro. Europe, the whole of coming to America. I want to go to America, bro. I've never been.
Did you have a manager?
Bro, I had 1-2 managers, but I had to lock ties with them, innit, because of situations and stuff that happened that I just felt like, nah, man, I need to, like, they're trying to extort me, or they're trying to do something and do something, and I felt like it's not in my nature, innit. That's not me. I can't be dressing like something. I can't be looking like that, looking like this. I have to be myself. I want to be LIMZ. And that's the thing that the industry loved about me. They said to me and told me, bro, I'll be honest with you lot, yeah? The industry looked at me and told me, LIMZ, you're unique. You're unique. You're LIMZ Ali. You're yourself. You're unique. That, yeah, made me think to myself, I don't need to change for nobody. So it don't matter how much, what price tag you're trying to put in my hand. You try to put 2 billion in my hand, I'll look at you and say, what am I going to do for it? Whereas back in the day, any normal person would have looked at me or looked at themselves and thought, right, 2 billion, yeah, boom, I'm jumping. I ain't jumping for none, my guy. Because I went from Africa to come here to the streets of Tottenham, Haringey, for me to get into the industry, to do the mainstream, to do TV, for you to tell me that I'm gonna turn around and jump on anything else that you're trying to tell me. Nah, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Our soul is priceless. It's one thing we don't sell is our
this
soul.
This is LIMZ Ali.
We don't sell our soul. It's
what
priceless.
You see is what you get.
It can't be
I wear
bought.
my own clothes.
When you sell your soul, there's no peace, there's no happiness. You know,
there's money.
You get money, but then you want to hang yourself, and you want to do, you know, you get depressed, and all sorts of things come into play because you've put someone else before
and
God.
You see, when I see my granddad, you see what I remember when I'm in them situations.
This is a thing that happens.
You see when I'm in them situations, who I remember?
Who's that?
My granddad. And then I remember him telling me, never throw yourself on nobody. Never do nothing that you're not happy with.
That's right. Never.
You understand? Rest in peace. He died January this year.
God bless
before
you.
This COVID stuff happened, so no one can say it was because of COVID.
Seriously.
Yeah? It was because God, Allah took him. Do you understand? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took him, bro.
Yes.
And to me, I believe that, yeah, and I look at him and what he taught me and led me to believe to now.
Trafalgar Square, I've forgotten the wrong book.
Do you understand?
Yes.
What he led me to believe now, and that is what's carried me to who I am. No matter what anyone says, bro.
You remind me of myself, but my grandma has always been with me. She's the one who gave me strength to this day. She's passed away, and she's the one, her spirit helped me to go into recovery. To leave all the drugs and all the alcohol alone and leave all the crime and the violence behind. and so on. But Sister Marie, can you hear us? Well, Sister Marie is on another trip there in the shop. So this is how we're doing things here. We are interacting with our people while they're shopping. We've got DJ LIMZ.
Sorry.
You see, and DJ LIMZ is laughing. And you see, I'm not a comedian. Like I've got DJ LIMZ. Why is he? Boy, he can't stop laughing.
No, but you didn't clock what you just said. She didn't even clock it.
She didn't clock
She's
it.
laughing after.
She's laughing after. Yeah. Oh, boy. Yes, Sister Marie, are you with us now?
She's shopping on
Yes, I'm with you. Sorry.
Yes, where did you get your comedy powers from? Was it your mom, your dad, your grandma?
My mom.
Your
I
mom.
think my mom and her her dad were quite funny. You know?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's where it comes from. But I am naturally just funny, you know.
What, you're naturally funny, yo? Are you naturally funny, though? You know, comedy is different. People say they're funny, but you don't know if they're funny until they hit the mic. You get what I'm saying?
Trust me, man. I got people wetting themselves.
Oh, what? Wetting. Hey, yo, you need pampers and that? Diapers? Not the little boy one there, the big man ones there, yeah?
And that was no old person. Some people used to say to me, "Stop, Marie, stop. My sides are hurting, stop."
I got you.
At Sunday school, at school. That's why the teacher put to the girl with the dirtiest laugh. I was just a joker at school, you know. Oh, the busman's going to let me off because I'm going the wrong way. Do you know that?
Well, where can the people find you, Marie?
All right. Where can they find me?
Yeah.
Well, right now, I'm down at Old Street.
You're down at Old Street,
But you mean you're playing games, you know? That's like, we're not asking you right now, you know. What you call this?
Well,
where can they find me? Well, I'm just starting out now, actually. So, you know, I'm just going to give my services free to anybody. Because I think at this point in time, everybody needs to laugh, you know?
Well, your baby father good for you giving out ideas, yeah?
Yes.
All right, then go ahead.
yeah.
No, I just think it's important that, especially for our youth and our young children.
Oh, yes.
And going back to school and they've got,
we need a lot of laughter.
And the old, don't forget the old. I mean,
the old, the most important, and the young, the most important. Everyone is most important.
Yeah.
We're all important.
Yeah.
We're all important. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I'll be back next week. Yeah?
Okay, what did you say there, Marie?
Next week, hopefully, yeah?
That makes you...
I'll be back.
Okay, well, listen.
Studio.
Yeah, we're wrapping things up here now, so we'll talk to you again another time. Okay, my dear, we'll be in touch. Thanks a lot for coming in. Blessed love, light, healing.
Yeah, good night, God bless. Love, light, and laughter, yeah?
Thank you, darling.
Okay,
Thank you so much for phoning in, and God bless. Listen, tell them where to find you.
Tell them where to find me?
Yeah, if they want to find you.
Yard, man.
Huh?
At Scotland Yard.
You need to let them know where to find you, you know, Facebook, Twitter, something, Instagram.
I don't have Facebook. I don't have Twitter. I don't have Instagram. I have nothing like that.
You need to call you can't stop. You can't call yourself a comedian from now on, then.
Okay.
No, I can't.
No more, because the comedians, they need to be on this upgrade thing. You get me? You need the iPhone.
Yeah, I do need to sit down and do all that. But
no, as Bless always tells me, no more.
It does my head in, so.
As Bless always tells me, like to be famous and in this game, you need to not be on Tesco Mobile.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yes,
I know.
indeed. Yes, I had to upgrade
I get
myself.
it. Don't you worry.
Okay, listen, we're wrapping things up now, and the thing is,
Okay, then.
I'll
Take
see you
care.
soon.
Right,
Blessed love. And the
Okay,
thing
then.
is,
Bye-bye.
bye now.
Make
Brothers
sure
and
you're
sisters,
tuned in though.
brothers
the
and
next one.
sisters, like I said, there's, we've got a lot of work going on in the community. And you need any flyers, do check Flying Squad, Father Egan. There's a 10% discount for spends over from £50 and over. Flying Squad for your flyers. Okay, and also don't forget From Rehab to Life Foundation is at the service of our community. We're here to serve our community. I'm Tamara Gabriel. I am the chief executive and founder of the charity, and we are looking for counselors and teachers and therapists and
Guys,
for paid positions and volunteers as well.
Get involved, guys, get involved.
Volunteers, you'll have your fares and food covered as well. So please, if you're got some compassion,
Can you repeat that for them, brother? Can you repeat that for them so they know exactly where to go? 100%.
Yeah, well, where you go to is that you call me on 07960 976 920 if you're interested to work as a volunteer in some capacity or work as a therapist or counselor or something like that. We've got some programs coming up very soon now that COVID-19 has been relaxed a bit, that we can now congregate in certain spaces indoors. And so we're looking forward to do some work before the end of the year. Brothers and sisters, and also you can also contact us on rehabtolife1@gmail.com. rehabtolife1@gmail.com. I trust you all got some laughter from our great comedian, LIMZ, the mighty community and the country's comedian, and also from Marie from Yorkshire. She may sound like a white woman, but she's black as coals, and she's really, really beautiful. And brothers and sisters, thank you all for listening to Find Your Voice. God bless our good brother Dougie. He always wanted to be known as a good brother, and he is known as a good brother.
100%.
And I'm grateful for all the times I shared with him. And I remember when I was here with him every week.
The last show was me, you, and him, man.
Yes, and sometimes.
Rest in peace, brother Dougie, man.
And there were times
May
he'd
God
walk
bless his
away.
soul.
There were times when he'd walk away and leave me to, and he'd indicate for me to go and sit in the chair. And he'd leave me there sometimes and he'd leave me there for half an hour or 15 minutes or whatever. And it's like as though he was preparing me to be here. But I didn't know that, and I don't know if he knew that. But this is what's happened, brothers and sisters.
Without
by
Brother
the
Dougie, I
grace
wouldn't
of
be
the
on
Most
bless.
High. Yeah, blessed love to all in the community. Yes, Brother LIMZ, the mighty comedian. Blessed love. Thank you for coming.
Big man Kamara, dad.
Yeah.
I want a big man Kamara,
Tamara.
Yeah, man, me say though. Oh, you want me to do your camera?
Tamara.
Big man camera.
It's not K, it's T.
Big man Tamara. I call him Tamara, but he said no.
Yeah.
But Tamara sounds too
Tamara.
girlish.
No, Tamara is
too girlish.
It's spelled the
I
same.
call him Kamara because Kamara sounds a bit more manly. You get me? And then he's like Tamara.
I'll
Tamara.
tell you. Okay, let's just clarify this. Tamara is an Ethiopian Amharic name, right?
All right.
And of the woman, you say Tamara. But the man, although it's spelled the same as the woman Tamara, but when you're talking to a man, you say Tamra. You know, you miss
So
out the
Tamra.
A. But it's
Not
the same
Tamara.
spelling, same
Tamra.
spelling, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pronounced different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's from Ethiopia, from the Amharic language. So Tamra for
Big
the
up
man
everybody from
and
Ethiopia.
Tamara for the woman, but
Bless
it's
up
spelled
everybody
like
from
Tamara.
Ethiopia.
Blessed love. Well, you know, you've got DJ LIMZ, the mighty comedian, now taking over the scene. So I'm going to leave you in his good and capable and loving hands. I'm sure he's got lots of laughter and lots of good gems that is going to light up your night.
Come on,
Blessed
Jesus.
love, everyone. Give
Blessed.
thanks and praise. Thank you to Natty and to Leon for looking after us here at the station. And
Definitely.
blessed love to
Oh.
all the
Big man
DJs,
Leon.
community DJs, and community stations everywhere. Blessed love to you all. Blessed love to all those who tried to phone in but probably couldn't get through. Like,
Sorry.
yes, DJ Supreme, blessed love to you. Blessed love to DJ Clive. Blessed love to Ras McCoy. Blessed love to all the DJs out there. You know, blessed love. And all the stations. Blessed love to Amaha Selassie. Blessed love to all brothers and sisters in our community. Now, DJ LIMZ,
I'm gonna take cover.
blessed
Take
love.
cover. Blessings, people.
Give thanks.
Give thanks always.
Let me just...